Hey guys, welcome back at my channel. I promised you a short video about my deck and why I play some cards and why I don't. So here it is. I'm always trying to play each good card 3 times. Only unless it's a very good card, a very necessary card, or it's broken, or you build your deck around it. Then use it 4 times. Otherwise, try to keep it max at 3. And I'll explain why. Because if you keep it at 3, you can put more different cards in your deck that can anticipate different situations. Because if you got 4 cards of each card in your deck, and trust me, there are more than 10 cards that you want to play. That's 10 times 4, it's 40 cards, and you got your deck filled up very quickly, and you want to play a lot of different cards so you can deal with every situation. So try, even if it's good card, just like I play Jasmine here, it's a good card, it's one of the best, and maybe I should have played 4 Alden, because Alden is also one of the best, but I'm trying to play 3 of those too. So yeah, try to keep that in mind. Maybe you can try it for a few games or see it out for yourself. But this is exceptional. Purin is not so much better or something like than the Jasmine or the Alden. Instead, it's just 2 resources, 2 attack, 3 defense. It's just a turn 2 drop. It's just cannon fodder or some damage. So if you play a very quick deck, just like this one, this is my deck, then I recommend you to play at least 4 turn 2 drops, because you want to have those in your opening hand. And you don't want to play them in late game, and really if you need a good card, draw the Purin, but you want one at least in your opening hand. So you have turn 2, you don't drop nothing and end turn, because that sucks, then you're behind. You really want to drop turn 2 a Purin or a champion or whatever, but yeah, keep in mind 4 turn 2 drops or 6 or 5, it's a pretty good one. So the Jasmine, yeah, it's just a pretty good card. The ability is good, it's a good card, everybody knows it. The Alden, same as the Jasmine. When you play Human Ally, you gotta play Alden, it's one of the best. Sandworms, yeah, I just started to play some Sandworms. Before Sandworms I played some of the Raven Wildheart, but they die more easily than the Sandworm. The Sandworm is a real obstacle. People, if you play the Sandworm, it's get or ignored, so it does more damage, so you can attack your opponents more times. Yeah, or they have to attack with a lot of force on it, so it's a pretty good decoy or a damage dealer. Reserve weapon, I only play one of these because it's more than enough. I play 6 weapons in this deck, and 1 reserve weapon is pretty good. I found out if I play 2, it's too many. I don't want to. In my startup hand, I don't want a reserve weapon. I want to draw it when I need it. And most of the times I only play 1, but it comes when I need it. So smashing blow. Maybe I should play 3. I played a lot of time. I played a lot of matches with 3 of those in my deck, but I made some changes on the deck, and I see that 2 is enough. Yeah, I think 2 is enough. It's a pretty good card. Many people play weapons and armors these days. So yeah, 2 is pretty good, and you don't want to have too much of these in your deck, because you want to keep up the pace, keep attacking, keep pressuring your opponent, and just draw a smashing blow when you need it. And you don't want to have 2 in your hand and yeah, just sitting there waiting there for opportunity. Enrage, this is a card I also, it's random, right? You know, I play only 1, but sometimes I really need it. If I got low life, if I got below 15 life, it's so nice to play an Enrage, especially against those mages. When you play an Enrage, they, yeah, you I don't know the word for it, but they get yeah, depressed or something. So they stop focusing on you because you're going 10 lives up. If you're on 50, you go to 25, and then they have to start all over again, burning you down to where they left off. So they're focusing on your creatures, and that's what you want. So you pump out more creatures and just stomp him to death before you die. It saved many times a game for me, and one is enough. It's like the reserve weapon. If you play two, I don't want to draw this in the opening hand or something. I just want to draw it when I need it, and I think one is enough. The crippling blow. Maybe I should take one of it out, but I think it's a pretty good card. It's just disabling an opponent's ally, and yeah, it's a pretty good card. You don't have a lot of disabling or destroying in this deck, so crippling blow together with retreat. I'm also playing 3 of these now, but it used to be 2. I can take one out. I'm still a little bit of experimenting with this deck, but retreat is also very good. If you play something from 6 resources and you're bouncing it back to it, then it's gotta be frustrating, and you can attack again, so your allies are safe. He wasted a turn just for 2 resources. Pretty good. The main card of this deck is Blood Frenzy. It's such a good card. You have to get it out as quick as possible. Sometimes I'm also, maybe in the last game you saw it, doubting to play a Jasmine or a Blood Frenzy or a Yalden. But yeah, you have to try, if the opportunity lets you, and if you have board control. It depends also on what you have in your hand, but drop it out. And how sooner you drop it, the faster you're drawing cards and destroying your opponent. It's a key card in the deck. Blood Frenzy. The Servitise is a bit random, but most of the decks, they just like the Lone Wolf, the Wolf decks, they play the card that they can attack twice, or the Rangers also play the card, and they just play the card and sacrifice the others because they don't expect a Servitise. So this is same, it's one card random, and it comes when you need it, and yeah, sometimes you need it and it doesn't come, but I don't want to play 4 of them, so yeah, then the Leyline Nexus, it's another item destroyer together with one Artful Squire. I got 4 destroyer cards in here, 2 the weapon destroyers. Then this one is also pretty good, destroying the artifact from the wizard. Tome of Knowledge or something, I don't remember its name. I'm not pretty good at names, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Most of the times they play a Tome of Knowledge and sacrifice another one, especially when they have 2 in their hand. So if you destroy it, yeah, they lose their Tome of Knowledge, so they're gone. They lost 2, they sacrificed most of the time 1 and played the other one, so they only have 2 left in their deck, so it's a pretty good card. But also I'm still doubting to remove one Servitise or a Leyline Nexus for another Artful Squire. But maybe you got some tips for me. The Jeweler's Dream, yeah, this is just a key card in the deck. Play it 4 times. The Rusty Longsword saved so many games. This card is underestimated. Sometimes when an opponent plays a Jasmine or an Alden, I just answer with the Rusty Longsword, add its ability, add the ability of Amber Rain to it. It does 4 damage, taking out my opponent's creature, ally, and then it's his turn then. So if he plays another ally with 4 defense, it's gone. You know, it takes out 2 creatures or deal 4 damage to your opponent. It's a pretty good card. And I really think 4 weapons is not enough, and I don't see any other weapon that's much better than Rusty Longsword, so I'll keep it at Rusty Longsword. And I just started to play this one, the Lyarian Seductress. I played it 3 times. It's a good card. It's a very, very good card. And especially in this deck, I don't use lots of resources because you get resources from the Jeweler's Dream. So most of the time, at max I got, I think, 5 resources max. No more. I don't need any more because I don't have a big creature or big card in this deck. So that's why, yeah, I keep it the pace high. So keep attacking, keep pressuring, play out the Blood Frenzy very quick, and just destroying your opponent. And keep in mind, yeah, the 3 card rule. If you yeah, with some cards I put 4 of them. And they're really key cards, you know. Disabling your opponent's creatures is one of the best. It's just disabled and you can focus on your opponent, so taking him down faster. And before I played some of the Christopher Wilde, I'd taken them off because, yeah, what do? You drop them in turn 1, they do 1 damage, turn 2 they do another damage, and turn 3 your opponent kills them, so they do like 2 damage, sometimes 3. But it's pretty waste in my opinion. I played them for a very long time, and yeah, sometimes they're pretty good if you got an Alden in play and you just draw 2 of these or something. You deal 4 damage. That's nice, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like them anymore as much as I did. Yeah, these cards, I never played this one before. Maybe I'm gonna play it. I played some Priest of the Light before, but they die very quickly. So I like the Jasmine much better than the Priest of Light. And this one too, Aeon Stormcaller. It's a must-play card. Anyone would say that, but I don't play it because it's too slow. If I have it in my opening hand, it sucks. I'm gonna sacrifice it. I'm not gonna sacrifice other cards and wait till turn 6 so I can play this. Most of the games I'm a long time stuck at 4 resources because this deck doesn't need more. Because you're pretty quick. And the opponents play big creatures, but I got answers to that. Retreat, Crippling Blow. So I don't need big monsters. Yeah, for now, yeah, the Rampage I tried it out, but it's not good with the Amber Rain. And the Enrage is much better. Even if you play one of these, you have to take down 5 creatures to match the Enrage. So yeah, sometimes the Enrage get removed, and that sucks because you lose 10 health. But yeah, it's a risk I'm willing to take. Yeah, some other cards that are pretty good to add to this deck. Honor Dead is a pretty good card. Bad Scent, sometimes I play 2 of these in this deck. A pretty good card. King's Pride, I played it, but in my opinion it's too many resources. People just save their Leyline Lexus for it and it's gone. And yeah, you lose a card, you lose your turn. So let me know what you think about it. Maybe you got some tips for me to improve my deck, or maybe you say, yeah, you're doing it wrong, or yeah, I'm gonna try it. Just let me know, and yeah, next match will be of next video will be a match again, and I'll play an Amber Rain deck one more time, and after that we'll switching to a Gwen deck. So keep following the videos. Let me know what you think about it, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.